Hello, everyone, and welcome to A Little Bit of Everything and All Things Possible podcast.
I'm Theresa Crowley.
And I'm Christina Crowley. And this is, we're going to do a little short broadcast here to talk about us and to talk about what this podcast is going to be about. We're new to podcasting together, and but as much as we are similar, we are a little bit different, and we do believe in a little bit of everything and that all things are possible. And so, Theresa, why don't you tell them a bit about your background?
Well, I have been a disc jockey for 20 years, and I've been a nurse for 20 years, not at the same time. But I've traveled around the United States as a disc jockey, and also I have had a couple of jobs in the United States as a nurse. I am a nurse now with a focus on some public speaking, to which I like to give presentations on stress and how stress can make you sick. I do believe that we have the power to take care of ourselves, that we in our day-to-day lives sometimes just get a little too pulled under by other people's stress or the reactions and actions of other people. And I think that with a little bit of self-care, we can keep ourselves healthy. I try and keep myself healthy also. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats that are amazing, and I can't believe they're still quiet right now, but we are in the office, and I think that that's just one of the small things that I do for myself to be healthy is, there's nothing better than a little dog slobber kiss.
Now, I don't know, did I say that we're sisters or not?
Oh, well, I'm not sure, but probably.
Yeah, well, but, so I'm Christina Crowley, and Theresa's my older sister, and we're roommates, and we live in Denver, Colorado. I have, I would call us multi-passionate women, and I definitely have many passions and sometimes too many passions, and part of that brings us to podcasting, and I started out after college in theater, working in theater, and my first job was in Jupiter, Florida. Then I think I went to Cincinnati. I've lived up and down the East Coast and days in touring. I've lived in Connecticut. I moved to London. I studied film and television there. Came back to Denver, then moved out to LA. I liked LA. I thought, LA was a cool, interesting place to work. But, when it takes you an hour to drive, what would normally take, you 5 minutes to drive elsewhere. It was just, the traffic and some things were just, not my cup of tea. So then I came back to Denver and I started working in television here in Denver. And lo and behold, 7 years ago, I was laid off. And then I decided to start working for myself and become an entrepreneur. And that it's been very satisfying. But, had I not been laid off, I probably still would have been working, for the International Hallmark Channel here in Denver.
It's funny how some things just kind of make you turn directions, and I think really it's all a good thing. It's just a redirection, sure. It's refocusing, sure. I think being an adventurous person, being a multi-passion person, so that, that sounds good, and then go after it. I think that's what we need to do sometimes. We need to be a little flexible. We need to know that, this too shall pass, but let's do something else.
Now, I would say Theresa is more the diplomat, the heart-centered person. She deals with a lot of things every day that, some of us don't get to see. And but she's traveled, very much herself. And you've lived in a number of cities.
Oh, yeah. I've lived a lot of places and a lot of different positions. And nurses, they don't work the normal 9 to 5. Well, neither do DJs, don't work the normal 9 to 5 either. And so I have those in common. I have different cities and different states and different genres of music. And I went to college as my second career, so that wasn't the thing I enjoyed right out of high school. Matter of fact, I quit. With too much of my parents' and my family's chagrin, right out of high school, I quit college because it just wasn't for me. But I did manage to get myself back to college to get an education and get a bachelor's in nursing. I moved a little bit around the country with my nursing career, And now we are here in Denver, Colorado, enjoying all 4 seasons, enjoying the mountains, which Chris forgot to tell you she loves the mountains.
Yeah,
And we're having a great time and really accessing and accentuating our, strengths, I think, is what we do best.
And, this podcast, it is going to be about a little bit of everything, because we have a variety of experiences in our lives. We have a lot of different experiences in our lives, and we'd like to share them with us. And you probably hear my cat meow in the background, just ignore him. But, and all things possible. I do think we both truly believe that all things are possible, and not in a woo-woo way, in a work it and it will come your way. We do believe all things are possible, whatever you put your mind to. And
you're going to see us. I do a noontime nugget on
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live for people who just need a little break, need a little reassurance, need maybe a little strategy in the middle of their day. I really enjoy doing that while I'm at my nursing job. We also do Facebook Lives, Go After Your Passion Live. We interview people who actually do go after their passion. What do we have in common with them? Because I do believe that everyone has something in common with a very passionate person. And I hope that you discover that while you're with the podcast.
And so we're gonna talk about a lot of things, but we really like to talk about motivation, inspiration, personal development, and personal growth. I think that those are really interesting subjects for us, and I think that's what people look for. And there's a lot of that out there, but we have our own unique flair, and so we hope you join us. We hope you download our podcast. We hope you give us, some great reviews, and we hope you subscribe to our podcast on iTunes and find us on Facebook.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us, and catch our next podcast.
All right, bye-bye.